Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. You have to show multiple forms of ID to get a job shoveling snow in the People's Republic of New York. So why not show ID to vote? Americans like common sense, which is why 83% support showing ID to vote. It's an overwhelming majority because it's an overwhelmingly good idea.
Let's say that you, an American citizen, show up and vote for a candidate, and then somebody else who has no right to vote shows up and votes for a totally different candidate. That person is stealing your vote away from you, stealing your sovereignty as an American citizen.
Americans do not like hypocrisy. The same folks who claim it's racist to require ID to vote are more than willing to mandate it to enter their workplace, enter their government buildings, sit by them on airplanes, or shovel snow. Dan Crenshaw is a sponsor of the so-called SAVE Act and joins us now. Welcome, Congressman. Thank you for your service to our country. Comrade Mamdani requires ID to shovel snow during emergencies, but opposes it to vote in elections. Dan, you got to help me, brother. That defies logic.
I can't help rationalize Democrats' behavior every single time, and especially when you got 80+% of Americans who agree with this kind of stuff. I mean, look, we couldn't get any of them to vote for my bill to ban transgender surgeries on minors, even though that's also maybe an 80–90% issue with the American people. The Democrat Party is way out of lockstep with the American people, constantly. And we've got to be showing them this as we go into the midterms. I mean, heck, their big argument last year was they want your taxes to increase, right? They all voted against our working families tax cut because they want your taxes to increase. And you know, they want illegals to vote. They want to make it easy for illegals to vote. It's not disenfranchising for people to have to show ID. If they don't have ID, let's make it easier for them to get their IDs. I mean, it's racist to think that, you know, that people of color can't get IDs. That's what's actually racist. But, you know, that's just too much common sense for them.
All right, I want to get to the cartels because you've done great work there. I hate to let facts get in the way, but in Georgia, after what they call Jim Crow 2.0, minority voter participation actually increased, which, to your point, it is racist to claim that certain parts of the American family can't go get an ID. But you and I are in violent agreement with one another there. Tell us about the cartels in Mexico. Something big just happened.
Yeah, we had a really big operation today. El Mencho was killed. So that's his nickname, but his name is Nemesio Cervantes. But he is the head of the CJNG cartel, otherwise known as the Jalisco cartel. It is up there with Sinaloa as being one of the deadliest cartels and one of the main producers of fentanyl that traffics onto U.S. streets. It's also by far the most militarized cartel. You'll often see pictures of these guys dressed up like they think they're special forces units. And they're carrying around all sorts of weaponry, from RPGs, they're using drones, they're using IED attacks. So this is a welcome change because we've seen the Mexican government, along with our help, going after a lot of the Sinaloa cartel recently. And you know, there's been a lot of increased intelligence sharing too, and I'm sure there was a lot of intelligence sharing from the U.S. with the Mexican authorities for this raid as well. So it's good to see them going after the Jalisco cartel because that is an extremely deadly cartel. That is, it's literally a terrorist insurgency. And my hat's off to Secretary Omar Harfouch. You know, people probably don't know who he is. He's the Secretary of Interior Security in Mexico. The Jalisco cartel, and this guy in particular, El Mencho, led the assassination attempt on him. I think he was shot like 5 times in Mexico City back in 2020. So my hat's off to him because he is now leading the charge against the cartels right now. That's why we're seeing such an increase in activity. And it's probably pretty good revenge for him. And so you've really finally got good people in office in Mexico that our administration can actually work with. And like it's not enough to take off the heads of the snake. You have to also take off all the middlemen. They're doing a good job doing that too. It doesn't get headlines every day like this one does, but we're really moving in the right direction along with the plan that I've been trying to lay out for a long time. We were down at the border back in 2022, and I was calling out El Mencho by name back then because, I mean, he has been around that long as a major threat to our security and Mexican security.
Yeah, well, you take your hat off to him, and I'm going to take my hat off to you because, as you say, you've been talking about cartels way longer than most other people. So you stay on it, Dan Crenshaw. I know I don't have to encourage a Navy SEAL to stay on something, but you stay on it. I hope your health is well. I know that you just got out of the hospital because I saw some social media, but you're a tough guy, so you're already back up and working. God bless you. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.